You are at the gate, passport in hand, ready to board, when a TSA officer stops you, not because of your bag, because of your phone. Most travelers do not realize how closely their devices are being checked in 2025. Photos, apps, messages. It is all fair game. And yes, people are being delayed, questioned, and even denied boarding for what is on their phones. In the next minute, I will show you 10 things you need to delete before you fly. Because one wrong file could turn your trip into a nightmare. Most travelers don't realize this, but once you land in the United States, your phone is legally considered a digital suitcase. And unlike the TSA, which focuses on physical security, U.S. Customs and Border Protection can demand to inspect the contents of your device without a warrant. According to AFR Media and The Guardian, this authority applies at any U.S. port of entry, airports, seaports, or border crossings, and extends to both U.S. citizens and visitors. That means your personal photos, private videos, or even something as harmless as a screenshot can be viewed if an officer believes there is a security reason. Travelers have reported being questioned about images taken months earlier, or being asked to unlock their phones on the spot. Even if you have deleted something, it can sometimes still be found in your recently deleted folder. And that is exactly what agents can browse through during what they call an advanced search. Before you travel, it is smart to move private or sensitive photos to encrypted cloud storage or an external hard drive, then clear both your camera roll and recently deleted folder. Not because you have done anything wrong, but because privacy and misunderstanding do not mix well in high-security areas. One random photo taken out of context can turn into hours of unnecessary questioning. One of the newest red flags at airport screenings isn't your luggage, it's your APS. According to The Guardian, international travelers have reported being asked about certain apps installed on their phones, particularly communication, navigation, or encrypted messaging tools. While the TSA doesn't typically search devices, border agents can. And having unusual or unfamiliar apps can invite additional scrutiny, especially if they appear to mask your location, encrypt data, or connect to foreign networks. For most people, this happens completely by accident. You might have downloaded a virtual private network, an unfamiliar travel planning app, or even an overseas taxi app. But if a border agent doesn't recognize it, they may ask questions, and in some cases ask you to delete it on the spot or explain what it does. That's not exactly how anyone wants to start a trip. To avoid this, clean up your phone before flying. Delete or temporarily disable any non-essential apps you won't need during your trip. Keep only trusted, mainstream ones, like your airline, hotel, or Maps apps. It's also wise to avoid side-loaded or unverified apps that don't come from your device's official store. The fewer random apps you carry, the less attention your phone draws. Think of it as decluttering your digital luggage before security ever asks for it. When border agents inspect a phone, they aren't necessarily looking. Border agents may not seize your cash, but they can access data that reveals it. According to AFR Media, if your device is unlocked during a border inspection, everything on it becomes fair game, including your financial apps, online banking logins, digital wallets, and saved credit cards. And with automatic login enabled, that information opens instantly. This is not just about money, it is about exposure. Banking apps store transaction history, balances, and sometimes personal information like home addresses or identification numbers. Even digital payment apps like PayPal, Venmo, or Revolut reveal where and how you spend your money. While most travelers will never have their phones inspected, those who do often describe the experience as invasive and stressful. To protect yourself, sign out of all financial apps before traveling. If possible, temporarily uninstall them or use your bank's website through a secure browser later. Clear autofill data from your browser settings and remove saved cards from password managers. It might seem inconvenient, but it ensures that if your phone is opened, your financial life is not opened with it. Treat your phone like a wallet. If you would not hand it to a stranger, do not fly with it wide open. We have all sent messages we would not want a stranger to read. At a border inspection, that is exactly what could happen. The Guardian reports that border agents conducting advanced searches have, in some cases, accessed private messages. Officers have, in some cases, viewed text messages, WhatsApp chats, and social media direct messages as part of device screening procedures. These searches are rare but legal under current CBP guidelines and can happen without probable cause. What's sensitive isn't always illegal. It could be private political discussions, jokes taken out of context, messages referencing prescription medication, or travel details. In one reported case, a traveler was detained simply because their messages mentioned protests in another country. The key takeaway: context does not always travel with your words. Before you fly, scroll through your messages, delete unnecessary threads, or back them up securely off device. Clear out your recently deleted folder too, since deleted texts can still be recovered. And if you use encrypted apps like Signal or Telegram, lock them behind a passcode and enable disappearing messages. This is not about paranoia. It is about privacy. A short digital cleanup before you travel could prevent a long, awkward explanation later. It's natural to think Face ID or a fingerprint makes your phone more secure, and it does in daily life. But during border inspections, those features can actually reduce your control over who accesses your data. The Verge notes that biometric unlock methods, unlike passcodes, can be compelled without your explicit consent. That means an officer could legally hold your device up to your face or use your fingerprint to unlock it, whereas a passcode requires your voluntary cooperation. This distinction has been at the center of several privacy cases in U.S. courts. While outcomes vary, the practical advice from digital privacy experts is consistent. Disable biometrics before travel. Switch off Face ID, Touch ID, or any fingerprint unlock options. Instead, use a strong numeric or alphanumeric passcode, something only you know. Before your trip, go a step further. Log out of cloud services and apps that auto-sync sensitive information. If your phone is ever inspected, you will have an added layer of security. Not because you are hiding something, but because you deserve the right to control your own data. In 2025, in an era of tighter digital scrutiny, locking your phone the old-fashioned way might just be the smartest travel hack there is. In today's travel world, many phones support dual SIM cards, one for your home country, one for travel. It is convenient, but at border screenings, it can also raise questions. Security officers sometimes flag phones with multiple active SIMs as travel hacker setups, used for bypassing roaming, concealing identities, or maintaining multiple numbers. While the TSA itself does not regulate SIM cards, customs officers in several countries, including the US, Canada, and Australia, have authority to inspect or question your device if they suspect unusual usage. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong, but having two SIMs from different regions can cause confusion for officers reviewing device data. For example, if one SIM connects to European data while the other pings a US carrier, it can appear as though your phone was recently used by multiple people or for business routing. If you're using a local SIM abroad, remove your old SIM before entering a high-security checkpoint or landing in a country known for digital screening. Keep your second SIM in a travel case, not inside your phone. This minimizes confusion and ensures a smoother inspection if your device is ever examined. Remember, at borders, clarity equals safety. The fewer technical explanations you need to give, the better your experience will be. Many travelers believe that deleting a file means it's gone forever. Unfortunately, that's not how smartphones work. According to The Verge and other digital privacy experts, when you delete a photo, message, or document, it usually just moves to a recently deleted or trash folder for 30 days before permanent removal. That means a border agent conducting an advanced search can still open that folder and view everything you thought was erased. There have even been cases where agents reviewed cached thumbnails or metadata to piece together deleted content, including file names, dates, or message previews. For security and privacy first, assume that anything not securely wiped still exists. Before traveling, take 10 minutes to do a deep digital clean. Go to your recently deleted folders for photos, files, and notes, and clear them manually. On Android, use the built-in Secure Folder or Erase Free Space options. On iPhone, go to Settings, then Photos, then Recently Deleted, then Delete All. If you have used messaging apps like WhatsApp or Telegram, clear your media storage within those apps too. Finally, if you have truly sensitive content, consider using a secure deletion app that overwrites data. The goal is not to hide. It is to protect your privacy and prevent misunderstandings during digital inspections. If you are traveling with your work phone or a personal device that connects to your company's systems, this matters. When you cross an international border, any app installed on your phone is potentially accessible during inspection. That includes corporate email, internal portals, human resources apps, and company chat tools. Even if you are a law-abiding traveler, exposing workplace data to border agents can violate company policies or confidentiality agreements. Some firms instruct employees to travel with loaner phones for this reason. If your device is inspected, you do not want a customs officer scrolling through sensitive business emails or client data you did not need for the trip anyway. Before you fly, log out of all work-related accounts and apps. Sign out of apps that are not essential for your journey. That includes Slack, Teams, Google Workspace, or anything with proprietary information. The same goes for travel apps you have already finished using, such as old boarding passes, expired hotel apps, or airline check-ins that only add clutter. By removing unnecessary logins, you lower the risk of sensitive data exposure and reduce your phone's attack surface. The rule is simple. If you will not need an app during your trip, sign out or uninstall it. Your phone should contain only what is necessary for safe, stress-free travel. Your phone's contact list can say more about you than your passport. It contains family members, colleagues, doctors, and sometimes personal notes or addresses. During border screenings, agents rarely go digging this deep, but if they do, you want to make sure your device does not hold sensitive details that could create unnecessary exposure. While not prohibited by the TSA, digital privacy experts warn that phones with massive contact lists or detailed notes can become data-rich targets during device reviews. Imagine a customs officer scrolling through thousands of contacts with labels like HR director, therapist, or attorney. None of that is illegal, but it could spark questions or reveal information you did not intend to share. Before traveling, export your contacts to cloud storage or a secure file, then temporarily remove them from your phone. Do the same for private notes or documents stored in apps like Apple Notes, Google Keep, or Evernote. If you use fingerprint unlock or face unlock tied to personal data, consider disabling those until after the trip. Travel is about minimizing friction, and that includes digital friction. Keeping your phone lean and private does not just make it run faster, it ensures you stay in control of your information wherever you land. You have probably charged your phone at an airport kiosk or connected to free airport Wi-Fi without thinking twice. But in 2025, both of those habits come with hidden risks. The FTC and the TSA have issued repeated warnings about juice jacking, a form of cyber theft where hackers use public USB charging ports to steal data or install malware. The Sun also reported that hackers often set up fake Wi-Fi networks named after airports or lounges to intercept travelers' data before boarding or mid-flight. The problem is convenience. Most phones are set to auto-connect to previously used Wi-Fi networks, meaning your device can unknowingly latch onto a malicious hotspot without you realizing it. And once connected, hackers can view your browsing data or even access stored credentials. Here is what to do. Disable Auto Connect to public Wi-Fi in your settings and manually approve every new connection. Use a personal hotspot, a VPN, or a portable Wi-Fi device instead. For charging, skip public USB ports entirely. Bring your own charger or a portable power bank. Use a small power bank and standard wall outlets only. Airports are prime hunting grounds for digital theft. Taking these two precautions not only protects your data, but also keeps your entire device from becoming an easy target while you travel. Most travelers never think twice about what's on their phone, until it's too late. A quick cleanup before you fly can save hours of stress, awkward questions, or even being stopped at the gate. So, before your next trip, take 5 minutes to secure your device and travel smart. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's flying soon.